morning, everybody. I am presenting the topic Children and Youth Involvement in DRR. Presenter Johnson Boogie, Young Frontier from Kenya Red Cross Society, which is also an affiliate for the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies globally. The key issue I'm going to talk today is about decision-making empowerment. The children and youth have not been given the chance to make their own decision regarding disaster risk reduction. So there is need for the government and also the non-governmental organization to help the children and youth to make sound decision, so that we can be able to overcome risk brought about by disasters. This will need to create awareness of prevention and reduction, by saying that when we want to help the youth and children to make disasters, what we do is just create awareness for prevention and reduction so that we can help them make the first key issue of decision-making empowerment. Also, they also need to help the children and youth to make sound decisions so that we can also have sound efforts to manage, adapt to hydrological variability and risk of floods and droughts. This helps to prevent and also reduce risk brought about by lack of water, and also enable us to manage the risk which can come as a result of lack of water. Also, by helping the youth to make decision making, they'll be able to make decisions that will enable them to adapt to a hydrological variability and risk of floods and droughts. In continuation of that, maybe some of us may not know where Kenya is. Kenya is located to the east part of Africa. Kenya is also covered by, bordered by Ethiopia to the north, Sudan to the northwest part of Kenya, and also Uganda borders Kenya to the west part, with Tanzania bordering to the south part of Kenya. We also have the Indian Ocean bordering the southeast part of Kenya, and Somalia to the eastern part of Kenya. Kenya covers 225,000 square miles and complexes of 42 tribes and others which are European and Asian persons. The population is approximately 39 million. Factors causing human vulnerability in Kenya are climate change, diseases, urbanization, population growth, violent or conflict, which is usually internal but not external, migration and natural disasters. When we look about all these trends and factors, we see that they are all related, because climate change causes diseases, also causes natural disasters. For example, when there is urbanization, there is technological development which causes industrialization, which also, through the production of greenhouse gases, it leads to climate change. So all these factors there is need for them to be considered so that we can be able to reduce risk which may lead to disasters. These are the major Kenya hazard location. The land parts consist of drought areas, which covers to the northeastern parts, also some coastal parts, and also some southern parts. The blue parts also is a flood-prone zones, which the floods also are a major disaster in Kenya, but they does not occur usually, but occasionally they occur because of heavy rains that is experienced in the central part, which causes flooding in the lowlands, which are the floodplains. So also at the central part of Kenya, we have the landslide prone zones. The area is prone to landslide because it's hilly and somehow slopey. So there is also one of the major causes of the landslide is heavy rain that occurs in the area. So there is need for the NGOs and like the Kenya Red Cross to consider this part of area like just like telling people who are at the slope areas to be up there. This part which represent the secure areas, though the area we may say that they are secure, but they are not actually secure because there are minimal disasters that occur there. Other disasters that occur in Kenya are ethnic clashes, but though the global platform is about natural disaster, here I took ethnic clashes because it's also a disaster, but usually a man-made disaster. Also there are diseases, fires, and road traffic. The major effects of disasters are like displacement. This one is caused by ethnic clashes, which is, as I said, it is a man-made disaster. Also, we have the property loss because of fire, which also occurs in Kenya, actually because there is no safety measures that have been taken so that we can protect the houses where people live in. Also, we have food scarcity caused by droughts, and also migration which is caused by floods. Background, just continuation, I will just give about background of Kenya Red Cross Society. Kenya Red Cross Society was created through an act of parliament on 25 December 1965. Kenya Red Cross Society has also 8 operational regions that consist of 64 countrywide, which acts as grassroots structure for the society. And over 70,000 members and volunteers. Kenya Red Cross and disaster risk reduction practices. So Kenya Red Cross aims to forecast, prevent, mitigate, and respond to disasters. The disaster, as I have said, this disaster, Kenya Red Cross has tried its best to control the disaster, reduce the risk, and also prevent them. The Kenya Red Cross faces a challenge of reducing vulnerability, which requires knowledge about local needs. In overcoming the challenge, the Kenya Red Cross Society utilizes grassroots structures to minimize vulnerability and disaster risk. The grassroots, as I have said, the Kenya Red Cross consists of 64 branches countrywide. The Kenya Red Cross utilizes the 64 branches to overcome the challenge of reducing vulnerability which requires knowledge about local needs. The Kenya Red Cross intervention. The Kenya Red Cross, being a national society, has intervened in helping the communities from begging for food to just to be productive. This has been done through when there's drought. The Kenya Red Cross has helped the community to construct water pans so that when it rains, there is collection of water. So the communities utilizes the water to irrigate their farms. This is done through educating the people, as I have said. As I have said, you help the people to make decisions, and also by through creating awareness for prevention and reduction. Also, as a continuation of how the children and the youth have also been involved in reducing and also response to disasters, the Kenya Red Cross has been involved in relief distribution, whereby where the people who are affected by disaster are provided with food and non-food items, and also these early measures whereby the children who are at early childhood development are given they are given education about planting trees. And also the community involvement. The community has been involved in collecting waste at the roads, which because diseases, as I had said earlier, because when for example, there occurs a floods here, the floods may take the waste to the rivers, which means when people drink it will cause diseases. Youth empowerment. The Kenya Red Cross, as you can see, this person is helping the person to get education, what's the environment, how they can do better to improve the environment. The youth involvement in DRR. Youth have been actively involved in creating awareness and advocacy climate change issues. Among the activities are climate change focus group discussion. The youth have been involved in discussion about, and also other activities here. These are continuation of what the people have been involved in, like children involvement. The limitation the youth have is inadequate resources, information, youth resource centers, policy towards children involvement, and disaster risk reduction. Which we recommend now is help the government to come up with a curriculum that focuses on disaster studies, and also platform like the platform we are having today, that we can introduce a platform only for the children and the youth so that they can be involved in disaster studies. Asante sana, thank you.